There's a storm on Jupiter, so massive it could swallow Earth whole. It's been raging for centuries, but now something strange is happening. The storm is shrinking. The legendary Great Red Spot is slowly fading. But why? What's causing it to die out? And what would really happen if you fell into Jupiter yourself? The answer is more terrifying than you think. Chapter 1. The Storm That's Dying. There's a storm on Jupiter, so massive it could swallow Earth whole. It's been raging for centuries. But now something strange is happening. The Great Red Spot, once the most iconic feature on Jupiter, is shrinking. It's a violent, swirling hurricane larger than our entire planet. Yet over the last 150 years, scientists have noticed something unsettling. It's getting smaller. Not just by a little, it's lost more than half its size. In the late 1800s, this storm was estimated to be over 40,000 kilometers wide. That's enough to fit 3 Earths side by side. But today, it's barely 13,000 kilometers wide. Still massive, but the change is undeniable. The storm is dying. But here's the weird part. Scientists don't really know why it's shrinking. Some believe it's collapsing in on itself. Others think it's just evolving, morphing into something new. And maybe, just maybe, it's a sign of something even bigger happening on Jupiter. But to understand how strange this is, you need to understand the planet itself. Jupiter isn't just another gas giant. It's a monster, 318 times more massive than Earth. If Jupiter were just 80 times bigger, it could have become a star. That's how insanely large it is. Its gravity is so strong, it bends comets, pulls asteroids, and protects Earth from cosmic destruction. And it spins fast too. Jupiter has the fastest rotation of any planet in the solar system. One day, there lasts only 10 hours, but the winds, they rip through its upper atmosphere at over 400 miles per hour. And then there's the radiation. If Earth had Jupiter's radiation levels, nothing and no one could survive here. Even spacecraft like Juno had to take carefully calculated orbits just to avoid being fried. So when you see that iconic red spot on its surface, you're not just looking at a storm. You're looking at something almost alive, something ancient and violent, now slowly vanishing. But the real question is, what's underneath it? Because unlike Earth, Jupiter has no surface. If you fell in, there'd be no crash landing, no ground to stand on, just endless clouds, pressure, and something far more terrifying. In Chapter 2, we're diving straight into Jupiter. Step by step, layer by layer, what really happens if you fall into a gas giant? Chapter 2. What if you fell into Jupiter? So, let's say you fall into Jupiter. No spaceship, no protection, just you, dropping into that swirling, endless storm known as the Great Red Spot. What happens next? At first, it's surprisingly calm. You fall through thick clouds made of ammonia. They look soft, like cotton. But don't be fooled. It's minus 145 degrees Celsius here. Your body would freeze almost instantly. No sunlight reaches this deep. It's dark, silent. And the pressure? It's already twice what it is on Earth, but you're still falling. Next, you enter a layer of water clouds, the same kind that form thunderstorms on Earth. But Jupiter doesn't do anything small. These clouds hold megastorms with lightning 1,000 times stronger than anything on Earth. If you're still alive at this point, you're lucky and doomed. You keep falling. Now you're 1,000 kilometers down. The pressure is now 100 times that of Earth's atmosphere. To put it simply, your body would be crushed like a tin can. But say we imagine you're indestructible, just for the sake of the story. You reach what scientists call the metallic hydrogen layer. It's a bizarre state of matter. Hydrogen, under so much pressure, turns into a liquid metal that conducts electricity. It's believed this layer helps create Jupiter's insane magnetic field, the strongest in the solar system. You're now in a place so hostile, even robotic probes wouldn't survive for more than a few minutes. Temperatures are rising to tens of thousands of degrees. You're being cooked, crushed, and magnetically torn apart, and you're still not at the bottom, because Jupiter has no surface, no ground, no solid core we've ever seen, just more pressure, more heat, more madness. It's like falling into a planet that never ends. At some point, your atoms would be pulled apart, your existence erased. And what lies at the very center? We're still not sure. It could be a core of rock and metal, or just a superheated, dense ball of gas. No probe has ever made it that far. Maybe nothing ever will. But here's the twist. Despite how deadly Jupiter is, it's also Earth's protector. Its massive gravity pulls in comets and asteroids that could have destroyed us. Without Jupiter, we might not even be here today. So while falling into it would be a death sentence, watching it from afar might be the reason we're still alive. In Chapter 3, we return to the Great Red Spot because its death could mean something big is coming, something we're not prepared for. Chapter 3. What happens after the storm dies? The Great Red Spot has been raging for at least 350 years, maybe longer. When Galileo first pointed his telescope at Jupiter in the 1600s, the storm was already there, huge, angry, immortal. But today, it's shrinking. Every year it's getting smaller, tighter, more compact. Not disappearing instantly but collapsing slowly like a dying heartbeat. So what happens when the red spot finally vanishes? The truth is, no one knows for sure. Some scientists believe Jupiter's atmosphere will stabilize. Others say new, unpredictable storms could form in its place, maybe even more violent. Because the Great Red Spot isn't just any storm, it's the engine of Jupiter's weather. It shapes the winds around the entire planet. When it goes silent, something else will take its place. And that something could be far more chaotic. But there's a deeper layer to all this. We've always seen the red spot as a symbol of power, of something eternal in a universe that's constantly changing. It's been a part of human astronomy for generations, and now, watching it fade, feels like losing a piece of time itself. It's a reminder, even the biggest, loudest, most violent forces in the universe eventually quiet down. Even a planet that could crush you in seconds has mysteries it can't hold on to forever. And yet, maybe that's what makes space so beautiful. Not just because it's big, but because everything in it is temporary. Storms die, stars explode, even galaxies drift apart. But every time we look up, we get to witness a moment in that cosmic story, and that's why stories like these matter. So if this journey made you curious, made you think a little deeper, subscribe. Not just for facts, but for the wonder. Because the universe is full of stories like this one.